Hi there, fellow productivity enthusiasts, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Layla, and this is where I upload videos about personal development, career goals, and education. In today's video, I want to show you how I've transformed one of the bedrooms in my 2-bedroom apartment into a home office setup. So join me for the next 10 to 15 minutes as we explore some of the components that make my workspace productive, comfortable, as well as aesthetically pleasing to me. So I want to get started with the centerpiece of my home office setup, and that's my 27-inch iMac. I love this computer because it offers me ample screen real estate, which allows for multitasking and for tackling some of those demanding projects. I mainly got this iMac for the purpose of editing my videos. However, I'm currently using it interchangeably for my personal projects and for work. Although this iMac is not the latest version of the iMacs that came out, the screen has a lot of vibrant colors and a very crisp display, which truly enhances my working experience on this computer. Another thing that I truly love about this iMac is the fact that I don't ever have to use my headset or my AirPods when I'm working from home. And I've tested it on multiple Zoom, Teams, and Google Meet calls, and the sound quality is great across the board. And as I mentioned earlier, I know that there are newer, better, and faster versions of the iMac out there on the market. However, I'm not ready to say goodbye to this beauty yet. I love my iMac and I plan on keeping it for a few more years. Up next, I want to talk about the importance of having a high quality workspace. And yes, I want to talk about my desk. So I got my desk when it was on discount from Fezibo. Originally, the desk that you're seeing behind me was an L-shaped desk, and it came with a triple motor drive, which allows for a very smooth height adjustment. And this desk has 150 kilogram weight capacity, so you can feel free to populate this desk with all of your desktop items without being afraid to overwhelm it. The desktop that I chose for my desk is bamboo and the legs are white. Now you're seeing the exact same L-shaped desk, however, it's been converted to a regular desk. And the reason why I did that was simply because the room that I chose as an office in this apartment is much smaller than the living room where this desk originally sat. So before moving into this apartment, I lived in a 1-bedroom apartment by myself, and I had a huge living room. And so placing this desk in the corner of that living room wasn't taking up that much space. However, when I moved here and started using this room as my home office, I realized that it is really blocking the window, it's blocking out the light, it's making the room feel cluttered, and it's really too bulky for this office. Honestly, when I got this desk, I didn't know that I would be able to convert it to a regular desk. My partner did it for me. I don't know how I did it. I wouldn't be able to explain it, but it's still sitting on 3 legs and the motors are still the same. Usually what I keep on my desk is my iMac, my MacBook Pro, my M2 MacBook Air, my mechanical keyboard, mouse, my GMAT books, which I'm using to prep for grad school, a little candle, a little mirror, and a box where I keep some of the knickknacks. So the flexibility to adjust the height on this desk allows me to work sitting down or standing up throughout the day. In the past, I used to work on 2 Ikea desks that were joined together to serve as an L-shaped desk. However, they didn't have adjustable height functionality. And at the time, I wasn't really realizing the importance of having an ergonomic home office setup because I didn't have any major issues with my back. Later on, after months and months of using those desks, I realized that I'm starting to have back pain, and that was the turning point for me. And that was the point where I made the decision to never switch back to a desk that doesn't have adjustable height flexibility. This desk also has a 25 millimeter per second lifting speed, which allows for a very smooth user experience. So even if you're on calls and you need to stand up or sit back down, you're able to do so without much friction. So moving on to my keyboard. The keyboard that you're seeing on the screen is Keychron K2 in white and gray. I got it about a year ago and I haven't customized it yet. I chose this keyboard for the sleek design that it has, but I mainly bought it for its tactile feedback. And I was one of those people that went down the rabbit hole of watching every single video, every single YouTube video on mechanical keyboards, customizable keyboards, how mechanical keyboards sound. And so I got mine in this color. The Keychron K2 that I purchased does not have a customizable backlighting. However, that was not a feature that was important to me because I honestly felt like it was a little bit too much. I do have a Magic board that came with my iMac. However, I haven't been using it at all lately, and I'll explain why. There's nothing wrong with the Magic board. I love the look of it and the tactile feedback that it has. However, it doesn't have any dimension to it. So when you're typing on the Magic keyboard, your wrists are digging into the desk. The mechanical keyboard that I have, Keychron K2, has a lot of dimension to it. And so when you're typing, it provides for a more ergonomic typing experience, and it's really easy on your wrists. The keyboard that I have is wireless, but it can also be plugged into the computer so that you can charge it while you're typing on it. And it is pretty compact. If you are looking for something to take into the office with you, I definitely recommend it. It's also pretty lightweight and it's also easy to clean. Usually to clean my mechanical keyboard, I take off all of the keycaps and then I'll clean it with a Q-tip and I'll vacuum it. So moving on to my mouse. I don't have the most aesthetically pleasing mouse in the world. It's a Dell. I love it for the tactile feedback that it has, and I love it for how it feels on my hand. Even after using this mouse for extended work sessions, my hand does not feel tired. I do have a Magic mouse as well, which came with my iMac, and I only use it when I'm editing videos because it has some of the features that the Dell mouse doesn't have. My Dell mouse is also wireless and it's charged with AA batteries. So far, I have no complaints about it, except for how it looks. I don't love the colors, but I can work with that. So in the past, when browsing, selecting, and purchasing furniture, the most important checkpoint for me was aesthetics. That changed quickly when I started spending up to 80 or 100 hours behind my desk and in this office. Comfort has definitely become top priority for me. And so speaking of comfort, I really wanted to mention my Ikea Ergonomic desk chair. I actually got this chair about a week ago. So the chair that I had before was extremely comfortable. However, it was designed for people that were on the taller and the wider side. I don't even know how to explain it. It felt like I was drowning in that chair. Even when I adjusted that chair to its lowest setting, my feet would still be dangling. And therefore, I decided to get something that fits me better, that's a little bit on the smaller side, and that has a lot of back support. With the Ikea chair that I have, I never feel the need to use an extra pillow because it has great lumbar support. And even when I'm sitting sideways, I still feel that support on my back. It has adjustable armrest as well, and obviously adjustable height, and I got it in color light green. This chair definitely ensures that I maintain healthy posture throughout the day, even during extended working sessions. And what is a home office setup without a cozy spot for relaxing? I do spend a lot of time behind my desk and on this chair. However, I feel like it's also important to have a little armchair or a little couch where you can sit, take a break, relax, or just chat with your partner during lunch break. So I inherited this leather couch from my previous one-bedroom apartment where it was serving as a living room couch. And I feel like I've incorporated it perfectly into this home office. It definitely has a sleek and clean design to it and a minimalist design to it. So it has an office-y vibe to it and it fits really well in my space. I do have to be honest though, I don't use this couch a lot. My dogs use it a lot when I'm on calls. They'll fall asleep on this couch to the sounds of Zoom calls, and they'll play on it, and they also love the decorative pillows that I've placed on this couch. So I do feel like it's an excellent addition for a quick recharge. And last but not least, the next item that I love about this home office setup are the large windows that are in this room. I do have a love-hate relationship though with these windows, and I'll explain why. So these windows flood this room with abundant sunlight. They bring in a lot of natural light. However, it is really hard to film in this room because there is so much light. So if I was filming from another angle in this room, you wouldn't be able to see me because there would be so much backlight. And although this room is east and north facing, it gets a lot of light. And I think that's because the sun reflects off of the buildings that are facing this building. But I do love having these windows, and although sunlight boosts my mood and productivity, sometimes it also makes me want to shut down my computer and just go out for a walk. I love sitting here during the day. I love people watching, car watching. I love staring out the window at these beautiful trees. And even when it rains, I feel like I have a beautiful view. I'm definitely grateful for having these large windows, but I do have to think of a solution to eliminate some of that backlight when I'm filming. Now, before I wrap up this video, I want to talk about some of the benefits of having a home office setup. If you have a spare room in your house or in your condo and you're thinking of converting it into a workspace, you can take the following items into consideration and maybe they will help you make a decision. So first and foremost, having a dedicated workspace in your apartment, which is a separate room, truly creates that work-life separation. And so it provides for some work-life balance. And that is because once you're done with work, you're able to walk out of the room, physically walk out of the room, and you're able to truly disconnect and enjoy other areas of your life, connect with your family, friends, roommates, pets, children, etc. Another benefit to having a home office setup is the flexibility that it offers in terms of hybrid work mode. It eliminates the need to commute into the office every day, which saves a lot of time and energy. Say if you have a job that allows you to work remotely, you're able to make a really good use of this space. If you're required to go into the office, instead of going in 5 days a week, you can still go 3 times a week. And during those 2 days that you're working from home, you're able to truly be productive and to get your best work done. So there you have it, folks. My 2-bedroom apartment transformed into a home office setup with a 27-inch iMac, a height adjustable desk, an ergonomic desk chair, a mechanical keyboard, an ergonomic mouse, a cozy couch, and beautiful large windows. Remember that your home office doesn't have to look like this. It's a reflection of your unique personality, so feel free to experiment with different elements and curate a space that makes you feel truly inspired and motivated to get your best work done. If you found this video useful, or if you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. I'll link the items that I've mentioned in this video in the description box, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.